What can I say? Cobra Kai never dies and is still the best around. Cobra Kai Season 4 is another action-packed season. You know, Season 3 was probably the most epic season we've gotten from the show. And it was the first year on Netflix, but this is the first Netflix-produced season. And there's pros and cons to that. You can definitely tell some parts at the beginning do feel a bit off. But it does find its groove. It does feel like the old Cobra Kai. In many ways, though, it's also a major retread from the previous seasons. And I have to say, it was kind of interesting seeing Johnny and Daniel team up. That was such an epic ending. And of course, he has Thomas Ian Griffith back as Terry Silver. That guy, it's a very different character. You could tell how much the years have changed him, but then also, the more things change, the more they stay the same, and nobody ever really changes. He gives a brilliant performance here. More so, I would say Martin Kove as John Kreese really shines this season. He's always terrific as a character, but this one, there's a lot of you can see him being evil, but at the same time, there's a lot more sympathy. There's also new characters. In many ways, it's almost like a soft reboot with a different generation of Cobra Kai Miyagi-Do kids. I like seeing some of the stuff there. Seeing older characters from the past make an appearance. Some characters that were a pleasant surprise, others, they're still kind of annoying. In many ways, I think Cobra Kai, the even seasons are weaker than the odds. It's going to be kind of like the Daniel Craig 007s, you know, where the odds are better than the evens, or like if the evens are better than the odds in the original Star Trek. That's almost what it's like. But the cast is superb. All the kids, all the adults. If anything, there's some filler episodes, and it sometimes takes a while to get going. But by the end of it, it is epic, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. They've already finished filming Season 5. Netflix fully supports this show. It's nice seeing confidence in this show. And I have to say, you know, Cobra Kai is an epic saga. If you love the previous 3 seasons, I think you're going to enjoy this. Some of the stunt work does feel a bit different. It doesn't feel as aggressive. It feels more choreographed or more like dance. But that being said, it's really cool seeing Johnny and Daniel blend both with Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do's karate styles. There's a lot of great nods to the past. And overall, I was never bored watching it. You know, I watched this from 2 a.m. all the way to 8 a.m. with some breaks, and I never got tired watching it. You know, I never wanted to skip. I never wanted to stop. It held my attention from start to finish. And overall, this show is how you do a sequel reboot, you know? I loved Cobra Kai ever since it was on YouTube with the first 2 seasons, Season 3 and now this. I definitely think they could improve upon things. Even though the budget is higher, you could definitely tell it made the jump with Netflix. There's more Netflix creative control over it. And definitely there's a lot of little breadcrumbs for Season 5, and who knows, this could go to Season 6 or 7. I'm hoping to maybe see Hilary Swank's character of Julie from Next Karate Kid in one season, or even a reference to Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan. I know that's asking a lot for some, but overall, if you're a fan of the Karate Kid trilogy, the Daniel LaRusso saga, you're going to be happy. And it's going to be interesting what they set up. By the end of this, you're just like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know what's going to happen. And that's one thing I love about this show, is that allegiances always change. You know, a lot of stuff shows stuff as black and white. People are purely good or purely evil, and people are more complex than that. Just because you think somebody's aggressive or mean or bad doesn't mean that they're a bad person. There's sometimes good intentions that just come across the wrong way. And there's certain characters that you think are just outright villains that have a very sympathetic, almost sad story. It's another lesson of you never know what anybody else is going through, you know? You never know what struggle someone is going through, you know? You're never in their shoes. And that's one thing I love about this show, is it blurs the lines, and it's more realistic that way. We need more shows like this. It's not purely here's a good guy, here's a bad guy. It's no, human beings are more complex, and sometimes things aren't that simple, you know? If I had to give Cobra Kai Season 4 a score, I would give it an A- and a 4 out of 5. I didn't like it as much as the previous seasons, but I will say that I think it's a lot better than Season 2. In many ways, I'd put it behind 1 and 3, and just right above Season 2. I love seeing Mary Mauser as Sam. She really had a lot more to do here, you know? seeing Tori's character, Robbie. I felt conflicted about Robbie. He felt very much like Anakin Skywalker at times, and then there's other times where you're like, damn, they kind of change how you feel about a character. There's a lot of nods to and kind of like parallels to some season 2 episodes, especially with the prom episode. There is a nod to like the party episode in season 2, I would say. But overall, I love the comedy and seeing the kids react to each sensei's styles. You know, Sam is like being taught by Johnny, learning how to be more offensive than defensive, and then Miguel is learning the more defensive side of Miyagi-Do, but then Daniel's like introducing him to Pete Cetera in Chicago, and Johnny's like, there's nothing badass about Pete Cetera. So there's like funny stuff there, references to Top Gun, stuff like that. This was an enjoyable season, and if you're looking for something to watch at the end of the year to start off the new year of 2022, Cobra Kai is the show for you. If you have never seen it, I recommend binge watching it. If you have seen it, check out season 4. And if you have seen season 4, let me know down in the comments below, what did you think of this season? Overall, I liked it. Was it as epic as I thought it would be? No, not exactly, but you know, I do like having my expectations somewhat subverted in a good way, you know. You can tell they're kind of stretching this out now, but then they know exactly where they're going with this. So you just have to be patient enough to be on the ride they're going to take you on in season 5 and at the end of season 4 here. So overall, let me know down in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe for more videos if you like this. And you can check out my other Cobra Kai reviews on the channel. Stay safe and healthy, everyone, and may you all have a happy new year. Cobra Kai never dies.